13 years ago, it was this month that the last of the Pakistani intruders were evicted from this area, Dras and Kargil. We are back here for the celebrations of the 13th anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas in Dras. And we are also fortunate to have with us the Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General K.T. Parnaik, who's here in Kargil, in Dras, Kargil sector, to celebrate and join the troops in the celebrations of Vijay Divas. In that busy schedule, he's found time to speak to NDTV and answer some of the questions that we have for our viewers and generally for those who have an interest in matters of army. Mr. Parnaik, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I start with Kashmir, not so much Dras, but the overall Kashmir thing, since you command the Northern Command. You are here now we are in Dras. When you look back to 99 and now the situation after 13 years, what is your assessment of the current situation in this sector?
That's in the Leh region.
That's right.
I would say there is a marked improvement in the situation that exists today. Because in the wake of the Kargil war, a large number of steps were taken by the army to ensure that we never have a situation like this. And amongst them was our ability to guard these borders in a much more determined and a deliberate manner.
Right.
So you are aware that the additional troops which came here to fight and reclaim and regain these areas continue to stay here.
True.
So today our defensive posture in the Dras, Batalik, Kargil sector is very formidable. And I don't think any repeat of Kargil can really take place here. To that extent, the situation has improved considerably.
Right.
We have been able to continue to have the civilian population with us, and they helped us during the Kargil war.
Exactly.
And they suffered at the same time because of heavy shellings here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have ensured that their families and their people have been looked after, and we continue to take care of their fringe means which otherwise they are because they are far off from civilization here.
Yeah.
So those are being looked after.
Right.
So situation is, I would say, we are fairly in control of what we are doing here,
Exactly.
and situation is highly stabilized.
I actually wanted to start with the Kashmir Valley,
Yes.
but since we are here, I thought I'll start
Right.
with that. Coming to Kashmir Valley, which is always under focus and which is always sort of scrutinized by everybody. Summer is here, and what is your assessment for this summer, as far as Kashmir Valley is concerned?
Let me start from the events which took place in 2010. I think in recent times, I can call it as a watershed of a very planned methodology by the adversaries to try and balance terrorism with political defiance. Because of their worries on the western borders, because of their inability to pay so much of attention this side, they embarked on this strategy
Right.
to ensure that whatever is happening inside Kashmir
Mm-hmm.
should be made to look as if it is indigenous.
Okay.
And to that extent, they masterminded the protests, and the protests led to political defiance,
Right.
which unfortunately led to many deaths
Hmm.
because the forces trying to deal with the law and order situation were not adequately equipped,
Right.
and the situation went out of hand.
Yeah.
But once we retrieved the situation by end of 2010, then in a synergized manner,
Mm-hmm.
the security forces, along with the administration, managed to chalk out a strategy to preempt anything that would happen as in 2010.
Correct.
There were three main ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
One was to ensure that there were no triggers, because from 2007-8 up to 10, incidents rolled out in the valley based on triggers, whether it was Tufail Mattu, it was Machal,
Exactly.
or any other.
Yeah.
So we understood that we cannot afford to have a trigger here.
Right.
The second was our ability to synergize our activities and preempt
Mm-hmm.
any effort by the people who generated this hysteria of political defiance.
Yeah.
And that also helped us to prevent them from reenacting what they did in 2010.
So 2011 in that sense was quite a good year.
And the last point I wish to make is that we seriously looked at the center of gravity as the population, and in the population, the youth.
Right.
So engagement of youth became one of the most important factors as a part of our strategy to ensure that this kind of defiance does not recur.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.